Alright, so the way you're going to do this is you're going to use the edge of your anvil as the point of contact, okay? And you can see mine's kind of messed up here. I teach a lot of classes, so, you know, we're going to have a lot of wear and tear on tools here in my shop, unfortunately. So, you're going to use the edge of your anvil as your point of contact, okay? So, you're going to have your piece, instead of being parallel with the top of the anvil, you're going to come in at an angle, like, you know, maybe a 30, 35 degree angle. You're going to use the corner of the anvil and that angle of approach to pinch your material down, okay? So if you're in front of the anvil, your hammer is going to make contact with the anvil rather than your material. And if you're hanging over the edge of the anvil, you're going to forge a gouge into your piece, okay? So that's not really ideal. That's not what we're shooting for here. So you can't be in front of the corner. You can't be over the corner. You got to be like right on the corner in order to bring that tip down to a point, okay? And what we're doing is we're rotating 90 degrees every time we hit it, okay? That way we maintain our square shape, all right? We don't want to make multiple hits before we rotate, because then you go from square to rectangle to a bigger rectangle, and then you rotate, and then you go from a really big rectangle to a square, and then you rotate, and then you made no progress. You were right where you were when you started. So you got to make equal rotations, you know, every time you hit it, 90 degrees. Every now and then you might need to make a 180 degree rotation to straighten your piece out. So I know I've been talking for a while. I'm going to show you how to do this now. So I'm going to shut up. All right, edge of the anvil. Bringing our tip down to a point, okay? And as we get a point, we're going to lower our tong hand down to get more parallel with the top of the anvil, okay? Because now we're aiming for where the taper ends and the square begins, okay? That shoulder, if that makes any sense, okay? So we're going to use our last little bit of heat to straighten our piece up, refine our shape, get back to the forge, and do it again.
close. We're within like, an eighth of an inch or so of each other. We can trim that off or force that one off a little bit more. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to heat up the ends. We're going to clamp them in the vise. We're going to do a twist. So we got our super fancy twisting wrench here. It's just a pipe wrench with a piece of bar stock welded to the end of it. So I'm going to bring our chopstick over. We're going to twist it up, and then we'll straighten it up with this wooden mallet. Okay, you don't want to use a metal hammer at this point to try and straighten up your piece. You'll ruin your design that you put into it when you twist. So wooden mallet, very important. Okay. So we got our twist. As you can see, it's a little crooked, but we're gonna reheat and straighten it out with the wooden mallet, okay? Okay, so at this point, you're done forging. We got the other one we can twist up, but I'll do that off camera. You can soak these for, an hour or two. Overnight won't hurt it, but soak it in like muriatic acid. It'll get all this forge scale off, and you'll be able to polish it up really quickly. So we got both our pieces twisted up, and they look different now. It's because they've been soaking in the muriatic acid for a couple hours at this point. It's probably a little bit overkill, but now we're going to take them over to the wheel buffer and put a stainless steel wire wheel on there. Very important. You need a stainless steel wire, because if you brush this with mild steel, you're going to impregnate your stainless with mild steel, which rusts. And then your stainless steel chopsticks suddenly aren't so stainless anymore. So buy a stainless steel wire wheel for your wheel buffer. All right, so we're here at our wheel buffer. We're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna buff our chopsticks. All right, so here's our finished product. We got a set of stainless steel chopsticks. They look like a set of stainless steel chopsticks. So I used to sell these for 25, 30 bucks at the farmers markets at my little craft table, or I would put them in shipping boxes. When people would commission a high dollar knife from me as a little thank you, I'd make a set of chopsticks and send them off. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like, subscribe, share, much appreciated. I'll see you on the next one.